What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 5 things that Madden 19 does better than Madden 18. So, as many of you know, Madden 19 is just around the corner. We're about a month away from the early access release. We've played Madden 18 all year. Having played a lot of Madden 19 at the EA Play earlier this year, can definitely say for sure, and just off of the things that EA has told us, there's a lot of things that Madden 19 is doing better than Madden 18 did. And yes, EA still has a ways to go, Madden still has a ways to go. There's a lot of things that we needed added, into the game, but I can safely say that these 5 areas of the game are way better than Madden 18. For me, Madden 18 was one of my least favorite Maddens. Things just did not really work out too well, but we're going to jump right into it. So, number 1 on the list is franchise mode. Now, yes, franchise mode has a long way to go. There's a lot of things that need to be there, but franchise mode has been really neglected over the past few years, and this is the first year in a while that EA definitely made franchise mode more of a focus than it has in the years past. They added a lot of great new things to franchise mode that's going to make it a lot less stale than it was in Madden 18. For one, we have custom draft classes now, so you can do all kind of themed drafts, or you can do, the new rookies coming in. You'll be able to download them off the community server. So there's just a lot that can be done with the draft classes. They have scheme fits now, which is something that's new. Actually picking players to fit your team, and it can actually boost how they get upgraded. You have custom captains now, which is cool. Didn't have that last year in Madden 18. You have the new NFL draft, new draft stage, new draft presentation. When a player's drafted, he comes out, or he pops up on the screen. You see all of his stats. He's in his jersey. So that's cool. They have HD hubs in franchise mode now, so you see the coach in his office making calls at his desk, moving around. You got players at the lockers in the locker room. Little cosmetic details, but again, makes it a little less stale than it was last year. You've got an entire new upgrading system, an archetype system to franchise mode now, which really makes it a lot easier to upgrade players, and you can upgrade them actually faster, in my opinion. So, off the bat, franchise mode in 19 is way better than it was in Madden 18. Is it, the heyday PS2 days? No, but Madden 19 has definitely done a lot more justice to franchise mode than it did in 18. Number 2 on the list is presentation, and again, just like franchise mode, presentation still has a long way to go. It's still a far ways away from the PS2 glory days, but the presentation in Madden 19 is definitely done better than it was in 18. They've added a lot of new things to the presentation this year. They added a brand new halftime show where it goes around the country, shows you all the games, the stats, and things like that. They got new replays in the game, new replay cameras that they show at halftime and after plays, which is cool as well. They updated the stadium exteriors, made them a lot more realistic. They showed the statues in the city outside the stadium. They've done, upgraded to that, because I believe some of that was already in the game, but they upgraded it and added a lot of new stuff. I don't know if you consider equipment presentation, but I kind of do. So they definitely added new equipment, a bunch of new cleats, new gloves, new face masks to the game, so that's all cool. Of course, we still need things like mouthpieces. Those aren't there, but again, making steps forward. But all in all, the presentation for 19 is way better and way less stale than it was in 18, so that's a good step forward. Number 3 on the list, Madden Ultimate Team. There's no way that this is not going to be way better in 19 than it was in 18. They made so many great, crucial changes. First off, they added some new game modes to it. So they have solo battles now, which is kind of like a weekend league versus the computer in a sense, which is cool, especially for people that don't like playing against online head-to-head. They can do solo battles, earn rewards. That wasn't in the game last year. They have squad battles, which is MUT squads against the computer. Different challenges, was not in the game last year. So already MUT has 2 new mini game modes within the mode that weren't there last year. They got rid of contracts, which has been one of the biggest complaints for years. No more contracts in MUT, which is awesome. They listened to the feedback on the power-up system and completely redid it. So now you can actually get out of your investment on a power-up and get your money back, or some of your money back, which is great. The chemistry system has changed. Everybody in your lineup will affect your chemistry now. Again, another amazing change that people wanted. And also, you can pick the chemistry on your cards now. So, I mean, as far as MUT goes, they literally, any complaint that people had outside of promos themselves being a little lackluster, everything else about the mode they addressed. They made it better. So, I mean, Madden 19 Ultimate Team is far superior than 18 with the changes that they made. Number 4 on the list is player motion. They added real player motion technology. We've talked about it a bunch of times on the channel already, but players move more realistic than ever before now. They plant their foot into the ground. They use weight and momentum more. The run game is more realistic. It affects the signature styles of the players, so now all players don't run robotic and run the same. You know, bigger players run slower, and you feel that. The smaller, shiftier guys, you feel the difference. Everybody has their own signature style. Now, yes, I know we all want real physics in the game. We're not 100% there yet. I mean, I know a lot of people bring up Backbreaker. Yes, Backbreaker did have good physics, but it was at the expense of making the game good. Like, you had good, cool tackles, but the game itself and the gameplay was bad. So that's when I say we're not there yet. Like, you have to kind of pick one or the other. But at least they upgraded the player motion. Now running is realistic, whereas last year, not that running was necessarily bad last year, but it's way more realistic this year, and you feel the difference. And with player motion comes new things like one cut and strafe burst, which are new mechanics that you can use to your advantage in the open field. So they do that way better than Madden 18. And number 5 on the list, this might be something a lot of people don't want to hear, but animation quality is better. Now, I know people hate the word animations when it comes to Madden because they want, again, real physics, but it's just that balance isn't there yet. It's pretty much impossible to have a sports game that doesn't rely at least a good bit on animations. Every sports game does, whether it be FIFA, 2K, MLB The Show. Animations matter. But the animation quality is definitely better in Madden 19 than it was in 18. They redid all the hit sticks. The whole hit stick system is different now. There's brand new hit sticks and a lot cooler looking hits in the game. The catch animations look cooler now. There's tons of new catch animations and DB animations, the way they fight for the ball, the way they go for the tackle and try to knock the ball out after you catch it. The animation quality overall is better. Gang tackling is better, and it looks better now. You know, last year and years before, you would see guys kind of try to pile onto a gang tackle, and they would like do things that didn't make sense. They would kind of just be there. Now you see the gang tackling make more sense. People don't just jump in there for no reason. The way they kind of pile on to the ball carrier is definitely better. You see some of the interactions on the sidelines are better. Just animation quality overall is better. The way the quarterbacks animate on hot routes are very specific to the player's signature style. So they definitely, you know, invested heavily in the animation quality this year. If we're going to have animations in the game, they need to be better, and they still definitely need work, but they definitely have taken a big step forward from 18 to 19. So that's my list of 5 things that Madden 19 does better than Madden 18. Drop a comment below. Are you excited about any of these things? Do you think there's some other things that you wish they would have upgraded more? Let me know below, and as always, I will see you guys next time.